Hey guys, here are the three half-court games we played on the 27th of April. Starting off with a wild and arguably lucky shot by Chris, who then tries to dart one across the key, but it's straight into the hands of Fidel. He passes it to David for a corner shot, then finds good positioning for the rebound and putback, making the score 1-all. A combination of Chris's speed and David's lazy defense leads to an easy field goal. Garth creates a bit of space with some fancy footwork and drains an easy two, making the score 4-1. A good drive and handoff to an open Chris, who gets Philip up in the air and converts, making the score 5-1. Good eyes by Garth finds an open Chris, who makes David pay. Here Fidel overcommits to the steal, is left out of place, Garth drives, fakes David, and wins the game. David is embarrassed by the score and decides to take matters into his own hands. He drains a quick three, calls for a low post, backs Chris down, scores, calls for it again, turns and fades. Fidel drives right, gets Garth up in the air but can't convert. Offensive rebound from Philip gives them another chance, but they still can't get it in. Eventually Fidel makes sure. David calls for it on the right, turns quick and puts it off the board. Here David's way out of position. After a long three, Chris takes advantage and puts his team on the scoreboard. A beautiful little give and take from Gino and Garth leads to a pretty layup, making it 2-5. Another give and take, this time between Garth and Chris, and lazy defense by David leaves Chris wide open, 3-5. Chris gets lucky here when he ends up with a pass meant for Garth, but luck has less and less to do with the consistency of his shot. Philip is caught here in a really bad positioning, and it's an easy pass in and an easy bucket. The teams exchange two quick threes before David takes an off-timed opportunity and converts it over the height of Gino, bringing an end to the second game with a score of 6-7 and a score in games tied at 1-all. Garth pulls his defender around the top of the court and uses Chris as an unwitting screen, finishing off with a normal but spectacular layup. Here's a bit of a hesitation on the three-point line, but Garth makes sure, making the score 2-0. The height advantage is too big, leading to an easy putback for Philip. Philip works hard to make a good save, lobs it up, and Gino wins the jump ball for his team. Chris comes away with it, and because Philip is still outside, Gino is left open for an easy layup, 3-1. Here's a really pretty running jumper off the board by Philip, 3-2. David steals, steps out, darts into Fidel, who converts an easy two. David calls for it in the corner. Quick catch and release. A good pass into Gino, who finds himself in traffic. He clears it to an open Chris, who converts, making the score 4-5. A great defensive display by Philip, who doesn't let anything through. A bit of confusion on the defense leaves Fidel open. Philip spots it, and he converts, making the score 4-6. A quick back and forth between Gino and Chris leaves Gino open enough to get a solid shot over Philip. A quick two turnaround fadeaways by David gains the team a bit of momentum, and that's enough for Fidel to win the series with this bucket.